Hey everyone, and welcome. We are jumping right into an absolute thriller of an explainer today. We're breaking down that high-octane first T20 clash between Zimbabwe and Bangladesh from 2026. If you're a fan of explosive power plays, tactical death bowling, and momentum swings that literally give you whiplash, well, you are in exactly the right place. We've distilled the entire match into this breakdown to show you exactly how this battle unfolded. Let's get into it. Ryan Burrell has awoken. Man, I love that call. That single line from the broadcast perfectly captures the intense, heavy-hitting atmosphere of this matchup. This game was all about raw power meeting calculated precision. And that quote right there, it's just a little taste of the fireworks we're going to analyze together today.
So, Act 1, setting the scene at Queen's Sports Club.
To really get this game, we have to understand the battlefield. These specific environmental factors essentially dictated the entire match. We're in Bulawayo at the Queen's Sports Club. Now, the weather was excellent, giving us this pristine canvas for T20 cricket. But here's where it gets interesting. The high altitude means that when a batter gets a hold of the ball, it absolutely flies through that thin air. But there's a massive catch. The playing surface itself is exceptionally large. So yeah, the ball travels fast, but the boundary is a long, long way away. You can't just muscle the ball here. You need absolutely perfect timing, or you're just going to get caught in the deep. Keep this massive outfield in the back of your mind because it seriously becomes a major character in our story today.
Moving into Act 2, Bennett's Power Play Blitz.
Okay, this timeline gives us the basic skeleton of the entire Zimbabwe innings. Just look at that fast start, 46 for 1 after just 5 overs, and then 87 for 2 at the halfway mark of 10 overs. They came out absolutely swinging, laying a massive foundation. But then, look at that final score. 139 for 6 after 20 overs. Something super dramatic happens in the second half of this innings. But first, let's figure out how they got to that rapid 87 for 2.
That rapid start? It was almost entirely thanks to one man. Brian Bennett bringing up a brilliant, explosive half-century.
Let's break down exactly how he did it, because this brilliantly illustrates elite T20 batting. Bennett's attacking tactics were incredibly deliberate from the get-go. He showed early aggressive intentions, absolutely refusing to let the bowlers settle. But he wasn't just hacking blindly at the ball, you know? He used these gentle scoops to exploit the fielding restrictions, delicately lifting the ball right over the infield. Plus, he was playing with immense confidence off his back foot, mercilessly forcing shots away through the square of the wicket and the covers. He was systematically dismantling Bangladesh's early bowling attack just by finding the gaps with surgical precision.
The broadcast really hit the nail on the head here. Cashing out on that power play brings up the 50 with that forcing shot away on the square. He completely understood his mandate. Maximize the power play while the fielders are forced inside the circle. And honestly, he executed it flawlessly.
All right, Act 3, the middle over surge.
So we see a distinct strategic shift happening here. Dion Myers falls for 20 runs off 20 deliveries, bringing the score to 75 for 2. Now, a run a ball 20 isn't terrible, but on a pitch where you're trying to post a massive total, it can kind of stall your momentum. His dismissal, though, totally sets the stage for a completely different kind of player. Enter the heavy hitter, Ryan Burrell, stepping up to the crease with some serious intent.
And Burrow, he doesn't wait around. With a massive, handsome shot flying square on the offside, he powers Zimbabwe right to the 100-run mark. The team's century comes up in style, and at this point, it looks like Zimbabwe is ready to launch into the stratosphere. But then, the environment strikes back. Bennett is dismissed. Caught down the ground. Why? Well, remember our very first note about the venue? That exceptionally large playing surface at Queen's Sports Club? Bennett tried to absolutely smash it out of the park, but he just couldn't generate enough pace off the bat to clear that massive outfield. The venue literally swallowed his shot. Two fielders converged, safe as houses, and the star of the innings was gone. Which brings us to Act 4, Taskin Ahmed's death bowling masterclass. So the massive question staring everyone in the face right now is, can Bangladesh stop the momentum? Zimbabwe had built this phenomenal platform, and honestly, stopping them from reaching 170 or 180 runs seemed almost impossible. To answer that question, Bangladesh tosses the ball to their ultimate weapon, Taskin Ahmed. He enters this high-pressure situation with a really exceptional track record. We're talking 68 matches under his belt, a fantastic strike rate, and a fearsome reputation for completely disrupting batters in the final overs of a game.
The anatomy of his death bowling strategy here is just fascinating. How exactly do you stop players like Ryan Burrell?
You do it with absolute, unyielding discipline. Taskin employed constant changes of length to totally mess with the batter's timing. He was attempting wide Yorkers, pushing the ball far away from their swinging arcs, and when they tried to get under it, he adjusted right back, bowling hard and fast into the wicket. And his final trick? Just aiming impeccably straight and full into the line of the stumps. He gave the lower order absolutely zero room to breathe, completely countering those aggressive hacks.
This brilliant piece of commentary captures the result of that strategy perfectly. Straight and full into the line of the stumps, the momentum has been sucked out, and that is exactly what happened. Taskin's pinpoint accuracy acted like a giant vacuum, completely dismantling the tail end of the Zimbabwean innings. No big hits, no massive boundaries, just a procession of dots, ones, and wickets.
Let's wrap this up with Act 5, Final Innings Summary.
So Zimbabwe finishes their 20 overs at 139 for 6. It's a really fascinating scorecard, right? Because it perfectly illustrates how both sides dominated completely different phases of the game. Brian Bennett was the undisputed star for Zimbabwe, dictating the power play and laying down that rapid 50. But on the flip side, Taskin Ahmed was the ultimate equalizer for Bangladesh, dragging his team right back into the fight with absolute mastery in the death overs. Two brilliant individual performances dictating a really balanced outcome.
And that brilliantly sets up the second half of this match, leaving us with a burning question. Will 139 runs be enough to defend on the massive outfield of Queen Sports Club? Zimbabwe's batters struggled to clear the ropes in the end, but will Bangladesh find those same boundaries just as unforgiving? You'll definitely have to keep that enormous playing surface in mind as the run chase begins. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I will catch you in the next breakdown.